Greetings on this day after inauguration. I was feeling Michelle Obama. I feel like my hair was giving Michelle Obama, so I didn't want to waste the look. Just got home from work, so it's about 4 a.m. and I don't go straight to sleep, so I said let me make a video that I was supposed to make last week and I just didn't get around to doing it. But yeah, I've been talking to a few of my friends and associates, and it's becoming like really clear, even with like the situation in the world, like about self-awareness. Like people just like family situations, friends situations, worldly situations. It's like, I think I learned a long time ago, self-awareness is key. I mean, at the root of everything, it's to thine own self be true. Thank you for that, wherever that came from. That was random. To thine own self be true. Know yourself. Do you know who you are? Do you know what you stand for? Do you know what you're good at? Do you know what you're not so good at? What you need to work on? Your shortcomings? I just, like when people tell me things or I'm hearing situations, I'm just like, if you would have done your self inventory, know who you are, a lot of drama and situations can be avoided if you really tap in to you. I mean, the good, the bad, the ugly, because anything can be made better. It just takes a willingness to acknowledge it, you know? So, self-awareness. I just feel like people get themselves into situations often, and we all can be guilty of it for different reasons, but I think at the root, it's the not knowing who you are. Or you're like, why does this keep happening to me? Why do I keep finding myself in this situation? Why can't I do this? I really want to do that, but I can't because of this. And the this is you. You are the this. You not knowing who you are, the good, bad, and the ugly, the parts you want to fix, acknowledge that's how they are. The parts you want to fix are causing you a lot of issues, or causing people issues in their lives. And it's like, if you don't have the ability to know who you are, it's like you're prey. And predators also exist. So predators are, when you don't know, they do know, because they know how to get what they need to get. It's on some schemy type, I know what I need to do, to whom. So they're on the prowl. They're banking on you not knowing. They come up when you don't know. You know, it's like they're banking on you not to have boundaries. They're banking on you to not be self-aware, for you not to be strong. They come with the audacity. They have plenty of it. You know, they're looking for you to be codependent, to be weak-willed, to have no confidence. Because as long as you don't have those things, and you don't know that you don't have those things, they can come in and make you whatever they want you to be. And you'll believe it. You'll go for it. You'll fall for it every time. When you know who you are, if you know you're strong-willed, good. If you're weak-willed and you don't know, and you're like, well, why do I keep finding myself with all these certain types of people, or my friends and my people, my significant others, people I'm interested in, and at work I get bullied, and it's like, because you're weak-willed, you don't have any boundaries, You let people walk all over you. You're doing way too much for the wrong reasons. Which, if you knew who you were, I'm sure you could find out what those reasons really were. Um, Self-inventory is key. You know, it causes you, I find that it causes, well, I'll speak for myself. Because I know who I am and I look through it, through the deep and the dark, it allowed me to kind of sort and sift and say, okay, these things are good. These areas over here, I don't like. And it can't be me getting defensive every time someone tells me, hey, this is what you need to work on. You're just like this. Because if you don't know, your initial reaction is to get offended. You're like, wait, no, I'm not. Baby, if they're telling you, if it's more than one person telling you the same thing, it's not everybody else, it's you. It's you. Getting defensive or being offended is not the way to go. You need to take an honest look at yourself and say, am I like that? Is that what I do? Am I not good in this area? And then analyze that and look at situations objectively and say, they might be right. That's true. Don't get so defensive about it, like, oh, they're like, it's like a diss. It's not. It's like, I'm giving you the opinion of what it is. You ask me, or this is how it's going. This is why you find yourself. This is what you need to work on. Certain areas. Because then once you know those areas are problematic, then you can then look at them and then you can sift them apart and see all the symptoms, all the little roots that come from those issues. So it's like you keep dating the wrong people. Okay. Why? You're ignoring your intuition, things that you already know. Things that you know are terrible, that you know, situations you know you shouldn't get into, a job you know you shouldn't take, people you know you shouldn't be friends with. Because why? Because you could be codependent. You'd rather suffer internally and then act like it's okay externally, when you know inside it's not okay. But because you're codependent or you're weak-willed, you just accept it. You need to feel needed, so you deal with the situation. You feel like you have to help. So then it's like, well, I'm sacrificing myself so that I can still exercise the part of me that I really feel like needs to be exercised. And really what you're doing is just wasting energy. You're sowing into ground that could potentially be unfertile. So it's like if you're sitting there sowing and sowing and sowing, hoping that something's going to grow there, and then you're frustrated when there's no results. But sometimes it's not because you don't know, it's just because your unawareness to sift through to the dirt, the muck and mire of who you are, so that you can clear it out. Put some new fresh soil, new fresh energies, new fresh thoughts about yourself. And then you can start to plant seeds there, and then you can grow and you can evolve and get better. And most people don't do that. They just want to just keep dealing and keep going through the cycle of life. Keep tolerating the same things. Keep going through the same emotions with no positive change. And say life doesn't change until you do. Because everywhere you go, there you are. Change the person, change all the names and the faces, and it's still the exact same scenario. Same shit, different day. I think I learned that when I was about maybe early 20s or mid 20s. I started saying, you know what? Certain things people tell me about me might be true. And I don't know if I like that. I don't need to get defensive about it. Like, no, it's parts of who you are. If you don't like them, you can accept them and deal. Just know that's how people see you. That's how you come across. Or you can change and evolve and grow and fix them or stop doing them. Work on you. You know, I mean, I've been single most of my life. Let me tell you, very self-aware. I've had plenty of time to get to know Danae. plenty of time to know where I excel and where I struggle. Because I'm constantly evaluating myself and saying, let's tweak that, let's take that out, add this in. Let's see how it flows. If I'm doing better with the changes, sitting around talking about the problems that I have and they're self-inflicted because I won't acknowledge them is pointless. So it's imperative knowing who you are, seeing yourself clearly is an important key to life. Very, very, very crucial, because I think everything else revolves around that. How you deal, how you survive, how you meet people, how you intermingle, how you treat yourself. And they'll sit there and say, people, I sacrifice, I take care of myself last. People who take care of themselves last probably never do, or it's too late when they do. Last is never. They don't take care of themselves last. They never do. They just make excuses about how they've been taking care of everybody else. What day did you get around to taking care of you? What day on the calendar is that? Put a date on it. Put a date on it. When are you going to take care of you? When are you going to put yourself first? Recognize what you need. Screw everybody else until you get right. If it's sacrificing, if you're sacrificing your life, your livelihood, yourself, so you can say, well, I'm taking care of this person, or they wanted me to do that. I don't want to ruffle their feathers. What about your feathers? What about your life? On what days on the calendar do you come first? Do you ever put yourself first? Are you going to ever put yourself first? Take some time to get to know who you are. Self-inventory is key. Set your boundaries. Check your will. If you're weak-willed, get some strength. Learn that it is okay to use the word no. It's okay to not be there for everybody. Audacity is at an all-time high. People will take everything they can from you and walk right over you when you need them. I see it all the time. Don't be afraid to shut the door and just say, I need to take care of me right now. It's about me for a change. I want to be in a different place in a year from now, and 6 months from now, 3 months from now. And I can't do that at the expense of everybody else. I can't let everybody else take and take and take. And then I'm left there like, well, I thought it was going to be like the return was coming back. Like, that's not necessarily true. Know the issues that you have. Know who you are. And then try to fix them the best way you can. Get a support system. Get a support group. Talk about it. Work on getting stronger. If you don't have the audacity for yourself, they will take the audacity for themselves. So, it was just an observation. I've seen a lot of scenarios going on with people that I know and the media and with this election. It's getting wild out here. But I beg you, do your self-work. Start there. And you'd be surprised at how you start to exercise a little bit of change, how things start to get better. And the people that are not used to you having that spine and having that backbone, they'll either get with you and they'll get on your page, or they'll exit your life. I'm like, but I'd rather have them. No, you don't need them. That goes back to you being codependent. Like, well, if I act this way, I'm going to lose the person. Maybe you didn't need to have the person in the first place. Maybe that's why you're stuck in a rut. You're trying to hold on to something that's not even supposed to be in your life. and for all the wrong reasons, to satisfy, a inner void that you haven't acknowledged or fixed. You got to acknowledge it to fix it. So yeah, this is just one of those videos. Take a look in the mirror. You like what you see, you don't like what you see, fix it. Address it, fix it, and then you'll be on your way to a new life. It's a process, it's not overnight. It takes some an honest analysis to get it where it's beneficial, where you can see the changes. Trust me. So I hope this has been informative. Happy Election Wednesday to everybody, or Thursday morning. Shout out to our new beautiful president and vice president. I'm glad that better days are ahead. Thank God for that. Y'all have a great day. If you're weak, get stronger. Trust me, people out there are banking on you to not have any of those traits, not be strong, not be, mentally adept, not be to be the type to not set boundaries. They need you to be exactly in that position so that they can come in and take you for everything that they need to get. They will absolutely take whatever you have to give.